Hey, you called? Couldn't sleep again? Yeah, happens to me too. Well, you know how I am. I always got a story. They say the city never sleeps, but that's not true. It dozes, it drifts, in between sirens, ad drones, power outages, and the occasional quiet hum of the neon breathing over rusted rooftops. It dreams in fragments, and somewhere in those flickering dreams was a man. No name, no ID, just a shadow who showed up at a bar. The kind of bar you only find if the city wants you to, tucked behind broken vending machines and walls covered in corporate peel ads. The place smelled like old rain, warm, synth, and quiet. And that's where he kept showing up. Ex-military, you could tell by his movements. Measured, heavy, like each step was borrowed from somewhere else. Didn't talk much at first, just drank. Watched the rain paint flickers of light on the cracked windows. People whispered about him, said he used to be special forces during the Corps Wars, one of the ones left behind when the retreat orders came down. Whole unit got wiped out in a drone sweep. He was the only one who crawled back. The bartender didn't pry. Didn't need to. They just watch, the way bartenders do when they've seen too many people like him come and go. Eventually, the men started talking. Quiet things scattered between sips of cheap whiskey and the soft whir of the ice machine. I used to have a dog, he said once. Old mutt, ugly as hell, but he always waited at the door. I still look for him sometimes when I wake up. Another time, he stared at the reflection of a neon sign and muttered. I remember the smell of the soil out there past the walls. Burnt ozone, copper, gunmetal, and under it all, this weird, sweet scent, like the world was bleeding sugar. He had scars, not just the ones on his arms or the burns near his temple, deeper ones. He dealt neural dust, high grade, illegal, stuff that lets you live someone else's memories for a while, or relive your own if you paid enough. But he never used it, never touched his own product. Some said he was holding on to penance, others thought he was just scared of what he'd see. One night, the rain was coming down sideways, you know, the kind that feels like it's trying to wash you away. He showed up soaked, eyes wide, breathing uneven. Sat down hard, didn't say a word for a long time. Then, I sold a dose to a kid today, he said. Maybe 15, skinny, had these big, shaking hands. Said she wanted to feel like her mother again. Her mother died in a food riot, burned up in a clinic no one came to save. She smiled when it hit, said it felt warm. I just sat there, watched her drift off, like a coward. The bartender tried to offer something, a word, a gesture, but he shook his head. We used to be protectors, he said. Now I'm peddling dreams because reality's too sharp. That girl haunted him. He mentioned her again 2 nights later. I left a little extra in her dose, something cleaner, something that wouldn't hurt when it faded. She said it was the first time she didn't wake up crying. That shouldn't be rare, right? Not that rare. Weeks passed. His visits got quieter, shorter. His hands trembled more, and his eyes? They stopped looking at things. They were always somewhere else, maybe a jungle bunker, maybe a ruined outpost, maybe nowhere at all. The bartender found a photo once, left behind under his glass. A younger version of him, clean uniform, arm around another soldier, smiling like someone who still believed in something. On the back, scribbled in faded ink, "We'll make it home, no matter what." Then came the final night. No rain, no static, just this eerie, unnatural stillness in the air, like the city was holding its breath. He walked in wearing his old jacket, creased perfectly, as if he'd ironed away the years. Sat down slow, didn't order, just slid a small metal case across the counter. "For the girl," he said, "for anyone who wants out without going under." Inside were 5 vials, clear, pure, no street mix, no chemical haze, just peace. "I synthesized them clean," he said. "No crash, no pain, just sleep." The bartender stared at him, eyes soft, asked nothing, because they already knew. "I've got one left for me," he said. "Just enough to see her face again. Just once. That's all I need." He got up, left the bar, didn't say goodbye, didn't need to. No one saw him after that. Some say he went down into the undercity tunnels. Others say he found one of those rogue communes outside the megagrid, people trying to build something new in a wasteland. But the bartender? They think he finally slept, dreamed something clean, something soft, something where the war was over, where the girl didn't have to cry herself awake, where the dog still waited at the door. The metal case still shows up, passed around between bartenders, street dogs, old hackers, given, quietly, to people whose eyes look a little too tired. And every now and then, one of them takes a vial, and just for a moment, they smile. Anyway, that's the story. Should try to get some rest now. Call me again if the night gets heavy.